In this video, I, as a deadlock noob, who has only played a few games, only a few hours, barely know anything about this game, am going to be ranking every single character by how much aura I feel like they have. This is mostly just going to be based on their looks, how they look, how much aura I feel emanating from them, as opposed to someone like going through their lore and like talking about how much aura they have lore-wise. Nah, I don't know anything about these guys. I am just going to look at them and kind of like feel how much aura they have. And I'm going to rank them by that. And also, this is just completely my opinion. So if I call your favorite character stupid and ugly and no aura, you know, feel free to get angry at me in the comments. And you're free to have your own opinions, but this is just going to be my opinions as a noob. So the first character we have is Abrams. And Abrams, I'm pretty sure what most people say is he's kind of like the main character, or at least like the face of Deadlock. Kind of how like Tracer is the face of Overwatch. Yeah, whatever. So So dude, just straight off the bat, he has so much aura. I mean, just look at this man. He is so cool looking. He's so badass. Look at his eyeballs. I'm pretty sure the old version of him, he had white eyeballs, but the black and the red is just so peak. And the way they like glow and shine, and his glasses, his beard, the cigarette in his mouth, his broken horn, his big bulky build. He is like what women say when they like a nerd. You know how people, they look at a picture of Henry Cavill and then with glasses and they're like, oh, I love nerds, they're so cute. But then it's just Henry Cavill and glasses. Well, that's basically what Abrams is. He's like a big bulky dude, but he carries around his little book and he has glasses too, which I feel like it adds to his aura that he's kind of nerdy. I think he's like a detective too, but he's like this big bulky dude. And he just like, he has so much aura. Like honestly, I might put him in the top tier aura god. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys about the tiers. So we have aura god, we have insane aura, lots of aura, some aura, no aura, and negative aura. Abrams I might have to put him in aura god, or maybe insane aura for now. I mean, he's the first, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself. But dude, he's so badass. Like, come on, man. All right, next up we have Apollo, and I'm pretty sure this dude was added recently. He's one of the newer people. And so he just looks like a little kid with a sword. I mean, he does look kind of cool because he's like a tiefling or like a demon or something. He looks like a tiefling from Dungeons and Dragons. So, he does look kind of cool. And I've seen some of his moves before. He's like, you know, swinging his sword around, jumping around, you know, doing crazy stuff. But he feels like really cocky, and he feels like he's kind of trying too hard to be cool. You know what I mean? He kind of seems like a teenager who just really wants people to think he's cool. And it doesn't really come off across that way. You know, he's just like trying too hard, in my opinion. That's like what I get vibe-wise off of him. But I'm not gonna lie, he does have some aura, okay? He does have some aura. So I think the perfect place to put him is actually just in some aura. I think that's a good place. And next up, we have Bebop. This is the character I've played the most, I think. And by the most, I mean like I've only played maybe 4 matches maximum. Maybe even like 3 or something. I don't know. As Bebop. And Bebop, honestly, I think he has a lot of aura. He just like carries such a friendly but also menacing aura. He kind of reminds me of Baymax from Big Hero 6 in a way. Because Baymax, you know, he's like this big marshmallow looking dude. But when he locks in, he has like some crazy aura. But he, you know, it's kind of like that vibe with Bebop. Maybe not like so drastic, but I do feel like Bebop is kind of like a chill dude, but he does have some crazy aura when he wants to. I don't think he has as much aura as Abrams, So I'm just going to put him in lots of aura. I think that's a good spot for him for now. Next up, we have Billy. And I don't know what this dude's deal is. Like, he just a human with a goat head. I don't know. But from what I've seen, I feel like he has a good amount of aura. Because he's, especially like the way he zip lines on the zipline thing, I'm pretty sure he just like holds his baseball bat with his mouth, and that's how he zip lines. I don't know, I just saw it when someone was playing him on my team, but in that moment I knew that he has a lot of aura. You know, he just seems like he's just going crazy, doesn't give a fuck. He just has fucking nails in his horns, and you know, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything. He's just gonna go in there and fuck some shit up. And that has a lot of aura to me. So, in my opinion, Billy is going in the same tier as Bebop. I don't think he has anywhere near as much as aura as Abrams, but I think he does have a solid amount of aura. Next up, we have Calico, and that forehead is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Calico, man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not seeing any aura really. I'm not seeing any aura. The cat kind of has aura though. The cat looks cool. Doesn't she like turn into the cat or something? I don't even know. I mean, like the cat does add some aura, but her herself, I don't know. I'm just not getting any aura. So in my opinion, she's going in no aura. Unfortunately. Sorry if I am offending you. If that's like your favorite character or something, feel free to get pissed at me in the comments, but man, there's no aura. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. The next character is Celeste, and I'm also pretty sure she was added recently. And she just looks like a unicorn fairy. Man, I don't even know. She's a performer. And I feel like she does have some aura. She looks pretty cool, you know? She has like tattoos and stuff. And she has like a freaking unicorn horn. So hell yeah, man. She has like a magic wand, whatever the hell that is. Hell yeah, bro. Celeste will be going in some aura. I definitely don't think she's on the level of Bebop and Billy, but I will give her some aura. Ooh. Next we have the Doorman, and I don't know what it is about this man. He just looks like an average dude, but there's just something about this man. You can just tell by looking at him how much fucking aura he has. Like, bro, call me crazy, but I can just sense it. His eyes too, like his eyes look so cool. They're like glowing. But dude, there's just something about this man. He just has so much aura. It is insane, you know? I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. Dude, like... Dude, I would put him up there with Abrams. Maybe even more. Am I like glazing him too hard? I don't know. There's just something about him. There's just something about him. I don't know what it is. He just has so much aura though. All right. So next we have Drifter. And Drifter is a very cool character. I love his design. I don't even know what he is. Is he a human? Is he a vampire? Is he a werewolf? Is he some sort of creature? Or is he just a human that is so insane and deranged that his hands and him just have become that way? I don't know. But he has so much aura. Like, I've heard one of his voice lines, and he's talking about how he doesn't like having names, and that he is just an entity like time that will eventually kill you, or like some shit like that. And that was so much aura. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He really has a lot of aura. I can just feel it coming off of him, and you can just feel like the intimidation from him. He's just like such a cool character. So I'm gonna put Drifter. Dude, I feel like he's kind of in the middle. He may even dude, I don't know. This is so hard. I don't know if I want to put Doorman this high. God, I don't know. Does Drifter have more aura than Doorman? Fuck. Man, I can't choose. I'm just gonna put them all in insane aura for now. Nobody gets Aura God for now. I will come back to this later though. Next up, we have Dynamo. And he is like an obese robot dude. And on the surface, you might not think he has a lot of aura just from looking at him. I don't know, he just looks like some goofy dude. But for some reason, I just feel a lot of aura coming off of him. It's not like super strong. It's kind of like that sleeper build aura. You know what I mean? You can just tell he has a lot of it. And like through his actions, you know. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of him in my games, but I feel like when I do see him, he's pretty chill, he's pretty cool, and I feel like he's kind of badass. I don't know how to explain it, but he does have a lot of aura. Now, would I put him in the same level of Bebop and Billy? I don't think I would, but I do think he has some aura. I think it's stronger than these two, but I don't think it's quite that level where it would go with Bebop and Billy. I'm not sure. But I do feel like he is a league ahead of these two. So I'll put him at the bottom of lots of aura, because I think that's a bit of a better spot for him. Next up, we have Graves. And I don't know. There's something about her. She has some aura, you know? Like, she looks like she would have a lot. But it's the same kind of feeling. I feel like she's just kind of forcing it. She's just trying to be edgy and emo and whatever to try and act cooler. That's like the kind of vibes I get, you know? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she just is nonchalant like that. But I don't know. It comes across a little bit forced to me. But I still think she has more aura than Apollo. And I still feel like she's a little bit more naturally nonchalant instead of forcing it. If you get what I mean. So honestly, I do think I'm gonna put her in lots of aura. I do think she has a lot. But it's just no. Okay, I'm gonna put her in some aura, but the top of some aura. Next, we have Gray Talon, and this dude, I mean, he looks pretty tough, you know, like a wise old man. But honestly, he just looks really plain to me. Like, he doesn't have that much going on for his design compared to a lot of the other characters who just, you know, they have a lot more personality to them. I feel like Gray Talon just kind of looks like some dude, you know, not really that special. And I know the game's unfinished and they're still working on it and stuff. So this is obviously probably not the final design, but looking at it where he is right now, I'm just getting kind of like the same levels of Calico, you know. I'm just not getting a lot of aura. I mean, he is kind of cool though, you know, but it's just like, it's not enough, you know what I mean? So I mean, I do think he still is above Calico, because yeah, he does kind of like, he does have some aura. It's just kind of hard to it's hard to tell. Dude, I might even I don't know. This one's hard because it might be lots of aura, but it could also be some, but it could also be none. So I think I'm just gonna do it in the average. Put in some aura. I think that's fair. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Next up, we have Haze, and Haze just has a lot of aura straight off the bat. Just visually, like, I don't even know what's going on with her face, but it looks so cool. Like, look at the smoke coming off of her face, and the way her eyes look are really cool too. And like her stance, she just has a lot of aura, you know. But she does kind of seem like she's kind of like cocky, but not really in the way that she's forcing herself to be cool. If you get what I mean. So I do think she has lots of aura. Maybe the top of lots of aura. I don't know. She just seems pretty cool, like pretty badass. Definitely not the level of these guys, but still, she does have a lot from like what I'm sensing. And the next character is Holiday, and she kind of has a similar thing to Gray what was his name? Grey Talon? Yeah, Grey Talon. Where her design is just really basic, in my opinion. It doesn't really stand out like the other characters. And I mean, the doorman has this kind of design. You know, he looks kind of basic, but there's just something about him, you know? Maybe it's like his eyes, but and like his stance. Like, look at his stance. It's just something about him that makes him stand out so much. But then we have Holiday, and she's just kind of like boring, you know? She doesn't really give off that much aura. And she doesn't even really look like she belongs in the game, in my opinion. So I don't know. I mean, she still kind of looks cool. She looks like a single mom that is a cowboy. But she kind of looks like she's just dressed up for Halloween or something, you know? That's my take on it. Let me know if I'm wrong. Like, that's just the vibes I'm getting from looking at her, though. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna give her some aura though, because like, you know, it's like a random lady that's just a cowboy. I mean, it's pretty cool, I guess. And she doesn't really look like she's trying to be cool or anything, but I feel like she does have some aura to her. So yeah, I'll put her in there. Next up, we have Infernus. And right off the bat, you can sense a lot of aura from this man. You can see it in his stance. And also he just has like fucking fire in his hair. His hair is fire. That's pretty cool. You know, I don't know what his deal is, but yeah, he's just like a fireman. His glasses look cool. He has like a, whatever the heck that is, like toothpick in his mouth. He has a cool hat, cool outfit, but it does seem very forced. It does seem very forced. I don't know what it is, but it just seems very like cocky and like he's trying really hard to act cool. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just seems like that way. I don't know. I can just like smell it. I can smell that he really just wants to look cool. But I mean, he does a great job. He looks fucking awesome. So I am going to put him in lots of aura, the top of lots of aura, because he looks fucking awesome, but he is pretty cocky, and he does look like he's kind of forcing it, which takes away a little bit. But at the end of the day, he still is pretty fucking awesome, pretty badass. Next up, we have Ivy. And Ivy, I'm pretty sure she's like a fucking gargoyle, which is crazy. Like, how does one achieve this build? How does one even become a gargoyle? But I love her design. She looks pretty cool, but I'm not getting a lot of aura from her, you know? She just seems like a chill person, you know, like you'd want to be friends with her and just like chill. But she doesn't look like she has too much aura. I mean, she has fucking wings. She like swoops down, does that stuff, which is pretty cool. And she like shoots vines. So I think she's pretty cool, but she's not like super badass or anything. So I'm going to put her in lots of aura. I think that's like a good spot for her to go. And next up we have Kelvin, and at face value, he looks kind of like the other people that I've talked about. He just looks like a normal dude. He doesn't really look as cool as the other people. But I remember in one of the games I was playing, and he was like fucking Frozone, sliding around on ice in the sky. And like, what the hell? What is even going on, man? But that adds a lot of aura to him, which is kind of unfair, because I'm noticing now the people I've seen in games and I've seen what they can do are probably going to have more aura than the people that I've never seen. So, because if I never saw him do that, I would just say he has like no aura based off looks. So yeah, I feel like it's kind of unfair. I feel like it adds a lot that he is like fucking Frozone, but ultimately he's just not giving off a lot of aura, unfortunately. So I do think I'm gonna put him in some aura right there. I mean, he is pretty cool dude, but it's not like crazy or anything. Next up we have Lady Geist, and she looks pretty cool. She kind of reminds me of like Cruella de Vil. I don't know what's going on with her hand, like what the hell is even that, and why are her fingernails so long? I don't know, but she looks pretty cool. she just gives off like a Disney villain vibes in a way. I'm not really sure what it is, but like, I don't know. I think she's pretty cool. She's not like crazy awesome or anything, and she doesn't look like she's trying to be cool. She just looks like that's kind of, she's just naturally a Disney villain. So yeah, I think she does have a lot of aura, and I think it's comparable to Infernus. I think she's right around there with him. So yeah. Next up, we have Lash. And this dude, I love his design. Honestly, I love his big bushy mustache and his brawny build. And he just looks like a classic boxer dude. And he does look pretty cool. But from what I've seen of him in game, he seems kind of cocky. He seems kind of annoying, you know, whatever, which does detract from his aura. He's not like really nonchalant. He's more like all up in your face. I'm super badass. I'm super cool. And he just wants to rub it in your face. So yeah. But regardless of that, I do think he has lots of aura. I'm going to put him right about there. I think that's a pretty good spot for him. And next up we have McGinnis. And dude, she is so freaking annoying. Like one of my games, I went up against a really good McGinnis player, and they were like the best player in the entire game by far. And it was just so annoying. You know, she just throws down her little turrets. She doesn't even do anything, just plops down 20 different turrets, and then you're dead. And like, I don't know. Her design isn't super unique. She just looks like she works at Waffle House or something. You know, she just doesn't have aura. Like, she's throwing down fucking turrets. Yeah. Whoop-de-doo, big deal. So I'm gonna put her in no aura because, yeah, she doesn't have any aura. Not gonna lie. I'm probably pissing off so many people. But it's fine. I don't care. Get angry. Place down your little turrets, buddy. Alright, next up we have Mina. And dude, she's a fucking vampire, so that's already like insane amounts of aura added. And I mean, other than that, she doesn't look super cool or super crazy or anything. But her just being a vampire is like super badass. You know, vampires are so cool. So yeah, I am gonna put her in lots of aura because I do think she has a lot. She just looks cool. She isn't trying to be cocky or whatever. She's just a vampire. She's just cool. Next up, we have Mirage. And this dude looks kind of zesty. I don't know what it is about him. He just looks kind of zesty to me. And yeah, I don't know. He just looks kind of goofy. I'm not getting a lot of aura. I mean, it looks like he's trying to have aura, but it's not really working. Not really working for you, bud. I don't know what it is about him. I mean, he looks kind of cool. What even is he holding? I don't know, but he looks kind of cool holding it, but it just looks forced to me. Know what I mean? There's something about it. So I'm gonna put him in some aura because I think he has some. I don't really know where to put him in there, but yeah, not very much. Comes off pretty forced. So yeah. Next up we have Mo and Krill. I'm pretty sure Mo is the big mole dude and Krill is the little golem looking monkey man. And so this one is pretty tricky because Mo, the mole dude, bro, he has like insane amounts of aura. There's just something about this man that he's so cool. I don't know what it is. He just looks really freaking awesome. But then we have the little monkey dude, and man, he doesn't have that much aura. I mean, he kind of does. He's kind of funny. He just looks like a little monkey dude with a freaking gun. Like, I mean, and he's riding a giant fucking mole. Like, I mean, he kind of has some aura, but the mole is just on a completely different level. So I feel like he does detract a little bit from Mo. If Mo was just by himself, I feel like he would be way cooler, honestly. So that is unfortunate. But overall, I do think they have a decent amount of aura still left after the detracted aura from Krill. So I'm going to put them in lots of aura. maybe like right there. I don't really know. I think that is decent. But if it was just Mo alone, he would definitely go in insane aura up there with those guys. Next up, we have Paige, and she, I mean, I like her design. Like, she looks like one of the more normal people, but I do like her design. She looks a lot more unique than the other more normal people. I feel like she just has a better character design than them, but she still just looks like a nerdy girl, and she's just kind of whatever. She's just being herself, just being a little nerd, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not a lot of aura. Whereas Abrams is a nerd, but he has insane amounts of aura. So I do think I'm going to put her in no aura, unfortunately for her. But I do really like her design. She looks very unique compared to the other more normal looking characters. And next up, we have Paradox. Paradox, she has a ton of aura straight off the bat. She's like a time controlling, badass looking. I don't even know what she is. She's like, I don't know, but just her stance is just so aura looking. She looks so cool. You know, yeah, she just looks awesome. I love the design. So I don't think she has like insane amounts of aura, but she does though, because she doesn't really look like she's not trying. She just kind of looks naturally a lot of aura. So I might put her in insane aura. Is that crazy? I don't know. I don't know if she's like quite that level, but I still feel like she's a lot. She is a lot more so than all of these guys. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep her here though. I think that's pretty good. And next up we have Pocket. This is again one of the more normal looking people. He just looks like a dude. Not really much going on. Just a dude with a gun. And he does kind of look like he's forcing himself to look a little cooler. I don't know. But I'm not like sensing a lot of aura. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it could go either way, but yeah, overall, I'm just not sensing it. It's not there, man. But actually, I do feel like he has some. So I will put him in the top of some, because I do feel like he has a decent amount, honestly, but nothing crazy. Next up, we have Rem. And I don't even know what this guy is. He's just like a little creature dude. And I mean, he is pretty cute. I like his design. It's very unique. But I don't really get that much aura coming off of him. You know, he just seems like a chill little dude. Cute little guy. But I do feel like he's some aura. It's just not crazy or anything. So I'm just gonna like slip him in there. And ooh boy. Next up we have Seven. And Seven is just so fucking cool. I love his design, and I'm pretty sure his face is like a skull looking thing. And dude, his voice is awesome. His voice lines, he is just so cool. I think he's even like escaped from jail or something. Like judging by his clothes, which, yeah, dude, he just has so much aura. It's crazy the amount of aura he has. And he is definitely going in this tier. And I think now I kind of have a better understanding of aura. I think Seven goes in Aura God. I think Doorman goes in there too. Drifter is really cool. I don't know if he goes up there. Abrams is really cool. I don't know if he goes up there either. And Paradox, I don't think she goes up there. So I think Drifter, Seven and Doorman. I think they go up there. Next up we have Shiv. Shiv looks like a more normal person, but he does have like this crazy hairdo. Looks like a massive dookie on his head. Yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm not getting any aura. he's just really goofy looking, and I don't know, I just don't really love his design. I don't know. I might have to. I don't know if I'm gonna put him in negative aura. I feel like that's too harsh. But is it though? I don't know. I think he has negative aura. I don't know. Maybe let's not be that harsh. Let's just put him in no aura. That's fine, I guess. And next up, we have Silver, and she can turn into a fucking werewolf. So, first of all, that is super badass as hell. And just naturally, she looks really cool. She doesn't even look like she's trying. She's just like naturally badass. It just has so much aura. And her eyes look really cool. You know, I love her design. And whenever I'm going up against an enemy Silver, I think I've only done it like once, but that shit is terrifying when she turns into a fucking werewolf and is like hunting you down. And man, I don't know. She just has so much aura. Honestly, I think I'm putting her in an insane aura. I think she deserves to go there. I think that's fair. I think it is. Next up, we have Sinclair. And he, just by looking at him, he has so much aura. There's just something about him that he just exudes a lot of aura. He just looks really cool. But when you go in the actual game and you play him, he does look pretty goofy. Like, just look at him. I don't know, the way he like walks around, he looks really goofy. I definitely think he's a very unfinished character. Like, I don't know if this is intended for him to look this way. And the way he shoots his little wand, it looks a little zesty. It looks like he's pretending to be a little fairy princess and whatever. But in this era, he has so much aura, and his design looks really cool. But in the actual game, when you play as him, he looks a little zesty, which does detract from it. But I'm still putting him in lots of aura. So yeah. Then next up, we have Venator. I don't know how to say his name, but he looks like some old man, but he looks fucking badass. Just look at him. He's like smoking his cigarette. He has like this cool ass scar on his face. He has like a flamethrower. He just looks so fucking cool. Really badass. So I think I'm gonna put him in Insane Aura up here. I think he definitely deserves to go there. Then next up we have Victor. And just look at this. You can't kill me. That is his description. And he revives from the dead when you kill him. I think that's like his ultimate. He's like this dude who is built from random people, and he doesn't even know why he was created or who he's made of. And he just looks really cool. And he is kind of edgy, you know, but I don't really think it's that forced. I think he's just naturally kind of edgy. But he's just so cool. I really think he's cool. I love his design. So I will be putting him in Insane Aura. I don't think he is like an aura god, but I do think he has an insane amount of aura. Next up, we have Vindicta, and I think she's like a ghost, maybe. She has a really cool design. Even though she's like a sniper, I don't really love snipers, but I still think she just looks really cool. And she doesn't look like she's trying at all. She's just naturally cool like that. And so I do think I'm going to put her in Insane Aura. We're getting a lot of Insane Auras lately, which is refreshing. Next up, we have Viscous. And Viscous, I don't even know what they are. Is it a dude? Is it a woman? Is it a them? What is it? Who knows, right? It is a slime dude. And yeah, I feel like Viscous, you know, on the outside, they just look like a slimy slime dude, you know, just derpy little slime guy. But I think the same way, like how I was talking about Baymax before, you know, he just looks like a goofy little marshmallow. But then when you fuck with him, he locks in and he has crazy amounts of aura. I'm getting the same kind of vibes from Viscous. I think it's like a goofy little slime dude, but crazy amount of aura hidden underneath when Viscous locks in. So I do think I will put Viscous right around in here. I think that's a good place. Next up is Viper. And Viper, I'm pretty sure, is a dudette. And she is a fucking lizard person, snake person. I don't know. And yeah, she just looks very, very primal, like a force of nature, you know? She doesn't look like she's very concerned with anyone's opinions or is trying to be cool. She just looks like she's gonna go in there and like rip your face off and like fuck you up. Same kind of vibes that I'm getting from Billy. So I definitely think she is just, I'm just gonna drop her in lots of aura. Next up, we have the Warden, and he looks pretty basic. You know, he just looks like a cop. He's just like an old man, whatever. But there is something about this man. He just has so much aura. You can just tell. You can just smell it. He has a ton of aura. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. He just exudes that energy. So honestly, I think I'm gonna put him in insane aura. Is that crazy? Or maybe top of lots of aura. Yeah, I think top of lots of aura. I think that's a good spot. No. Yeah. Fuck. I don't know. Yeah. I think top, lots of aura top. That's good. Next up, we have Wraith. And Wraith, I mean, she looks pretty cool, I guess. She doesn't look like she's forcing it too much. I mean, I can't really tell. You know, it's kind of mixed feelings. But she does have a pretty basic design. It doesn't look crazy or anything. Does she have like multiple hands? Oh, wait, does she? She has 2 hands and then 2 robot hands? If so, that's pretty fucking sick. Okay, wait. If that is the truth, that adds a lot of aura. That is pretty cool. So I do think I'm gonna put her in lots of aura. Just pretty low down. Low, lots of aura. I think that's a pretty good spot. Next up, we have Yamato, the forehead beast. The Fora head. And yeah, like, bro, the forehead is off the screen. It's crazy. But honestly, she's kind of rocking it. I'm not gonna lie, she's kind of rocking that giant forehead. She has like a pretty cool design. I like the armor, the samurai looking armor. It looks pretty freaking cool. You know, she is very goofy, obviously, with the massive forehead. But despite that, I still feel like she has a lot of aura, you know? So I will put her in lots of aura. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm actually going to move Drifter and Abrams up here to Aura God, because I still think they're in like a different tier of aura. So yeah, that is my entire ranking. And none of them have negative aura, that's a pretty good sign. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Which people did I rank the worst? Did I glaze people too much? Did I not glaze people enough? Let me know in the comments which choice you think is the most controversial that I made. Let me know who you would have ranked differently. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and bye-bye.